3, 2, 1. Welcome everyone, I'm Scott. Today we're going over the epic failure of today's Veve drop that was supposed to be for Ultimates Fantastic Four number 21. So I'm just going to jump straight in, and first of all by saying that I'm not having a go at Veve. I'm not criticising at all. I know these things happen, but I think it's important to let people know what's the situation, what's going on, just people are prepared for things in the future. So on today's drop, a few of us on Veve Vault's stream noticed a few issues with bugs of the app drop. So people were getting delays, people were getting sold out straight away, it was hanging, it was freezing, and also it was really slow in responding to people. Eventually a lot of people did get a second chance buy, that's why it pops back up as buy now, but that was a good delay on that, and people, the general consensus was this wasn't normal for a Veve drop. So that happens, not everyone's can be lucky on the drop. I wasn't, but I did pick up one with the commons on the secondary market. And interestingly, that's where I noticed the actual big problem here. So Veve in their Twitter here have talked about where today's issues with a drop, looking into it. No updates beyond that just now. But what I noticed is when I opened my comic, and I don't know if I was the first one, but a few people did, all the comics seem to be really long comic. If you actually go into the comic, if you open it up, its title is Superhuman, and it actually goes through the story of this first issue of Ultimates Volume 1, Number 1. So I actually bought this back in the day, so I was kind of familiar with it already. So it was a pretty long comic, light cover. So if I go over here, it had this cover and the variant covers for different rarities. It was supposed to be Fantastic Four number 21, first appearance of Marvel Zombies, and we got the covers, but we actually got the story and comic book from this one. So what this means to me is, first of all, is what's going to happen with this NFT? Has it already been minted on the blockchain? Can we do some sort of airdrop to update that to have the correct issue with the correct cover, or is it just going to be staying like this? If it stays like this, it might be worth a bit more, but also it gives us a bit of insight into what might be happening next, perhaps in Thursday's drop. If we already have the files for Ultimates Volume 1, Number 1, then perhaps that'll be the next drop coming up. So issues with today's drop, as I mentioned, long issue with the cover, long volume, so it was this one rather than this one, and you can read the story and the characters. Two completely different comics. It is both set within the Ultimates universe, but two completely different stories there, and something that I'm very surprised that Veve have done. So what does this mean for us? Well, if you have the comic just now, I'd keep a hold of it. It may change in the future, so depending on what happens, Veve might update the comic to have the correct actual comic with the cover, or we decide that you can't do that, or it'll be too costly to do that. There's also the point of view of how will they manage this from a brand point of view. You know, having such it seems quite an easy thing to happen, you know, mix up the comic, but where's the safeguards in place here? Thought about in the future. If you do change that, what does that mean for misprints in the future that it can't exist for the digital NFTs? And finally, what does this mean about upcoming drops? We know, for example, the file exists. Does that mean Thursday drop or a future drop will be this Ultimates Number 1? And also, what does this mean in terms of the actual drop itself, the bugs, the glitches? Was this a response from Veve in tackling the issue of bots? Maybe having people queue up and randomly get chosen to pick a comic? I don't know, but I'd be very curious to find out what happens. Keep an eye on Twitter, Discord, the AMAs, etc. And as soon as I know, I'll provide an update. But do keep an eye out for yourself on the marketplace and on any comics you may get. Just check to make sure the comic you have, the cover matches the volume inside, and there's some good websites there that will give you examples of what the comic should look like in terms of synopsis and images. What I would suggest as well before you go is check out this video here. This video is a competition. I'm giving away a free NFT for reaching over 100 subscribers. So all you have to do is go to that video, find out the details, and you could be in a chance with winning a free comic NFT for Veve. Or you can check out this video here, which is going to be about my most recent upload. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.